Victory in the Pacific is an old Avalon Hill game, and I've got a bit of personal history with this one, and I'm going to share a little bit of that while we take a look at what's inside here today on Legendary Tactics. If you're looking for obscure out-of-print board games like Victory in the Pacific, you might want to check out the sponsor of this video, Noble Knight Games. They have the world's largest collection of board games, board game accessories, dice, miniatures, and all sorts of great stuff to help you complete or to round out your collection. We're going to put a link to their website in the description below. Check them out. You might just find a treasure that you've been looking for a long time.
Wow, Nato, did you find this in the Pacific Ocean? Floating on you.
Yes, I think. No, this is a game actually that my uncle and cousin would always play.
Really?
I'd go over and on a Saturday afternoon and they'd have this all set up, and I was like, oh man, this looks cool.
So this is one of your first exposures?
It was, yeah, and you know what? I think I played it a little bit, but I don't know if I ever played a full game of this game. Now, you have played a version of this without realizing it.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out the board, and I'm going to ask you if you recognize it or if it seems familiar in any way. Check out those colors as well. Aren't they vibrant?
Wow, yeah, they sure
Pink,
are.
Green, blue, and brown.
Wow, okay, there's like a hexes on here.
Does it remind you of a game that you've played? Would have been a little while ago now.
Oh man.
What does it seem like?
Oh. Is it another Avalon Hill?
It's an Avalon Hill game that we played for the channel.
Okay, like Midway?
Good guess, I should say. But it's
Battle
War
at Sea.
Sea.
Oh!
There you go.
I started to say it.
Right? So this is a Pacific version of that game that came out afterwards. They did some changes and improvements to that game. And what's really neat, so you have, this is in obviously the Pacific, and you have the Japanese order of appearance. And the Japanese start out completely dominant. You can see they got a bunch of aircraft carriers and all sorts of ships. And then they build, and they've got a few ships coming in. The Americans start out quite weak. But then you look and you begin to see all the ships
shifting over
that they're building every turn.
And
so the game is all about, can Japan get enough victory points early on and hang on long enough to outlast, because the American industrial base gets going and it begins to crush them, right? So very similar to War at Sea. You remember those ships there with the speed factor and everything? So it's very similar in that sense, where you set them up.
Oh, now the Alabama? I remember some of these names.
So they had they have a side which is the raider side, and then the patrol side, I believe. And they had other things like some air units, and they have the islands that you can actually invade. So you have you can send in your Marines to capture the islands and set up bases and that sort of thing. But one of the other really great things about this, like War at Sea, you can play this in a city, maybe like an hour and a half, or it's not like super crazy long. Maybe, I don't know, if you're really good, maybe an hour. Right. It's something which is a very playable game in a very reasonable amount of time. But as I said, I used to come and visit my uncle, and
they'd be playing this game.
They'd be playing this, and they'd be showing me all they were doing, and I didn't even fully understand what was going on. But it just looked so cool, and to see the
with the colors alone.
Back and forth, the colors, absolutely
stand out.
Vibrant.
So good.
So anyway, so this is one I really want to introduce to you, and to have a game of this with you at some point.
Great,
maybe for the channel. That would be great. So, but if you have any memories of this game like I do, or any comments or variants or any kind of cool stuff you want to share, let us know in the comments section. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So until next time, get out there,
get gaming,
and be legendary.